First, we want to give you guys a trigger warning. This case contains content that revolves around rape and sexual assault. So if you're sensitive to that kind of material, you might want to rethink about watching this episode.
Right.
All right.
Well, welcome back to the
Night Parade Podcast, the show where we shine light on the dark. Each episode, we present to you a case on all things true crime and paranormal.
That's right.
That's right. We'll be your hosts for this evening. My name is Glenn.
And my name is Jen.
And we work together here with the team at Night Parade Studio to bring you this show.
Yes, sir.
That's right. So, I'm sure you guys noticed the new format with the show. There's tons of changes being made to it. You know, we're always looking to what we can do to create a better show, a better quality, and better sound for you guys. And I hope we can provide, you know?
I hope so.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to, change setup studios and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy.
Oh, yeah, we're going through a lot.
Yes, sir.
So, today's episode, we're going to be discussing this guy, Bill Cosby.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to be discussing him, and I think it's finally time we talk about him.
Yeah,
you know?
I heard a lot about him, but yeah, it is time that we get to this.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into this case, and as such, we're going to be going over the timeline of events, the influence that he had over people and pop culture as a whole, and his fall from grace, of course.
That's right.
And which was not pretty. Oh man,
it really wasn't. Oh man.
All right, let's get started. First, Jan, I want to start off by asking, who was Bill Cosby to you?
Bill Cosby, well, when I hear his name, he doesn't really affect me in any kind of way because he didn't give me or impacted me in any kind of way as a child because I didn't grow up here in the United States. And so, yeah, nothing really comes to mind when I hear Bill Cosby. I've heard or I've seen clips of his shows or stand-ups, which were really good. But at the same time, I was already kind of matured enough that there was nothing to take from it.
Yeah, by the time you saw him. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I personally. I think back then, I thought he was cool. I saw his shows as a kid, that Little Bill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was one that I kind of grew up on.
Okay, yeah. I think I seen Little Bill when I first came to the United States when I was 8 years old for a 2-month vacation. So yeah, I would watch that, but I didn't know that was Bill Cosby's.
It was
show.
Totally Bill Cosby. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I guess he has a little bit of.
Well, he was an entertainer for sure.
Impact. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I also remember watching his stand-up. His a little bit of it at least, and I really enjoyed it for the most part. It was clean. He had a really clean reputation for his comedy, and it was kind of idolized back at the time. You know what I mean? The clean comedy is
for sure. Because I mean, looking at comedy now, it's kind of. It's all over the place.
It's all over the place,
For sure.
And Bill Cosby, he got on a lot of the comedians at the time who made very explicit jokes, about sex and stuff like
so
that.
he didn't like any of these comedians that's very kind of dirty with their work, per se.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah,
it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Then of course there was the Cosby Show. I also actually really enjoyed the Cosby Show. It was just that sitcom you could come home and watch when after school and stuff.
Right.
But there was one scene I remember from that show that really stood out to me. It was this episode for those of you guys who know this. It's the barbecue sauce episode. It's kind of weird, really weird.
Why is
I thought
that?
It was funny at first, but
why is it weird?
Well, he talks about his barbecue sauce and how you never notice how those kids whenever they have some of my barbecue sauce they get a little huggy buggy.
What the fuck?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
he's talking about drugging his kids.
Yeah, drugging the kids. What the fuck? Why you? Wait, first of all, that's on your show, right? You could kind of see that if I'm watching this and. And I hear him saying that and be like, dude, that's a red flag right there.
It's a huge red flag, but but nobody nobody batted an eye. It was kind of funny, like, you know, because like nobody paid attention really.
Right. It kind of like it just went over their heads. It's fine to them because he's been really nice all his career.
Right, and he has the reputation of being the clean like father of America. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that it was that little thing about barbecue sauce, and then he turns over to his wife, and he goes, "I got a whole cup of my barbecue sauce waiting upstairs for you." And then at first she didn't pay attention to it, and then he was like, "I said, I got a whole cup of my barbecue sauce waiting upstairs for you."
No.
Yeah.
So now he's talking about drugging his wife.
Yeah.
Oh man, why do you even need to drug if that's you're already your wife?
That's your wife.
Shouldn't she already be okay with you kind of, you know, touching her and whatnot?
At the very least, right? You know,
at the very least,
just, you know,
at least a kiss on the cheek, right? But
yeah, you'll see as we talk about him, it becomes very apparent that he kind of has a fetish for unconscious women.
Oh my god!
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay.
So, did you hear about the allegations when they were coming out?
Yeah. I was already here when they were coming out.
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, at least when you know, when the whole thing kind of like blew up like, on Bill Cosby, I was already kind of like paying attention to what was going on. Yeah. So yeah, I heard of it.
What did you think?
I think it's pretty crazy because there were a lot of accusations against Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Right. And not that I know him personally as a person, because like I said, he had no impact on me as a kid, right? So it was just kind of like another celebrity basically choosing the bad choices. Yeah.
Somebody like someone in power and letting the power get to them.
Exactly.
Abusing it for all the wrong things.
Yeah, taking advantage for sure.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean. Actually, since the Me Too movement, 60 women have accused Bill Cosby of rape.
60? Okay, I didn't know the actual number, but 60?
Yeah, wow. 60. And it was a drug-facilitated sexual assault. So it was wow. Yeah, just as we were just talking about, you know. Right. And, you know, other sexual misconduct, and it goes back all the way to the 60s.
The 60s?
Yeah, when he was first coming up.
Wow.
You know?
Holy crap.
This would actually be one of the most high-profile cases in recent history. So let's talk a little bit about Mr. Bill Cosby and his timeline.
For sure. He
was born as William Henry Cosby Jr.
Okay.
And born and raised in the projects of Philadelphia.
Yeah,
that's right. His parents were Anna Pearl, she was a maid, and William Henry Cosby Sr., who was a U.S. Navy mess steward. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So Bill was actually the oldest of 4 sons. Oldest, huh? It was pretty interesting. He was his father was an alcoholic, and this caused a lot of financial strain on the family.
Yeah. I can see why.
Yeah,
you know, I know some people who has I'm not gonna name anybody, but who has like alcoholic fathers, and they do get some type of like abuse, which
I mean, we're not trying to generalize,
right,
but it's very common for alcoholism to cause a lot of strain on the family.
For sure. Because I mean, alcohol is expensive as well.
That's true.
Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah.
Very true. Yeah. So Cosby, he started shining shoes. He started shining shoes while he was in middle school.
Oh, he started working early.
Dude,
yeah. Dang, middle school. I was just running around playing with whatever.
Yeah, I was just being a kid in middle school. That's all I wanted to do. He learned early in life that he could use humor to make friends, and he was very charming and very very funny, very charismatic, as we can see today. You know,
right.
from an early age, he was actually a really great storyteller. Yeah. One teacher suggested that he become a lawyer or an actor because he was so good at lying.
Oh, okay. So the teacher was like, "You're so good at lying. I'm gonna give you a job.
You should be an actor. You should be a lawyer.
Yeah,
You're just a damn good liar, Mr. Bill Cosby." He struggled with academics, surprisingly.
Okay.
For the man who talks so big on
Right.
academics and
Yeah.
education.
Yeah, for sure.
He struggled himself. He failed 10th grade twice.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, when he was 16, he enlisted in the Navy.
Wow, already at 16.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yeah. Apparently, he worked as a physical therapist. Yeah, he aided in helping the wounded during the Korean War.
Mm-hmm.
And he got his high school equivalency diploma while he was there.
Wow.
So it worked out for him.
Yeah.
He was able to get into Temple University, and he studied physical therapy. Yeah, he got there under a scholarship too.
From the Navy, or
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, wow, that was good for him. That was a good turn for him, like joining or serving the country at 16.
Yeah. So he was doing a lot. He was very
Yeah.
active, and for a 16-year-old,
Yeah, dude. At 16, I would still be in school, and it's not like I dreamed of being in the Navy either.
Yeah, I was probably at a skate park at 16.
Right? Yeah, just chilling,
Mm-hmm.
doing no good things.
Just hanging out with friends, really.
Right.
Yeah. At the Cellar, which was the bar that he worked at in Philadelphia, that's where he was working under his scholar while he was going to the university, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he was actually one of the best bartenders over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see that because from what we know already, he was charming already growing up, and he knows how to talk to people, and he was really funny.
Yeah.
So as a bartender, you need that humor.
Yeah, it could really help him out, for sure.
Definitely. And, dude, I'm not sure if you've met any of those bartenders who are really cool, but when you do meet one, you really do give them tips as much as you can.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. If a bartender serves me right, makes me laugh,
right, exactly,
then I'm probably gonna tip him.
Yeah,
tip him good,
really good. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. From there, he decided to go to New York,
where the dreams come true.
That's right, the Big Apple.
Yes, sir.
Looking for a career in comedy, actually.
Oh yeah, that's a good place to look for it.
Oh yeah. He started actually at the Gaslight Cafe in 1961. He became an overnight success.
Really?
Yeah.
He
so
was one of those.
That just goes to show, how good he was,
Yeah.
how talented this man was.
Amazing.
Wasted talent. Yeah. In 1963, he appeared on the NBC's Tonight Show, which was huge. This was huge. Because he was able to gain national exposure. And this leads to a recording contract with Warner Bros. Record Company.
Wow.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers.
Right, everybody knows Warner Bros.
Everyone does, for sure. Wow.
Yeah. And Kids WB.
Shout out.
Shout out, yeah. So he, together with them, this record deal, he produces a series of comedy albums, which are a huge success.
Yeah. I remember listening to some comedy albums back then, but not Bill Cosby's, like Filipino comedies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I would say I'm probably 5 years old. My dad be driving the car. There's a bunch of CD collections, right?
Yeah.
And you flip through them, you see which one you like, and I remember those comedy albums.
Yeah,
they should release more of those today. Huh?
Hey, maybe there's an open market, Maybe if you see something, Jan.
Yeah, you see a need, you fill it.
Heck yeah. The 60s was actually a great time for comedy. So the nature of comedy allows you to explore risque and controversial topics.
Oh yeah, for sure. As we can see today's comedians.
For sure.
Right?
Definitely. Comedians are definitely taking a risk when they speak.
A lot of risk. A lot.
The 60s was basically the first time in history the black people of America were able to speak freely about racial issues. As long as they were able to make people laugh, they could get past the gatekeepers of society. They could have a voice.
Makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. You got people like Dick Gregory, basically, who was the first one of the first black stand-ups to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He would sit on a chair, smoke a cigarette in front of these white people, talking about racial inequalities with jokes.
Right. Yeah, and you can see that influence on, let's say, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
right. He has no filter. He just goes for it. It doesn't matter. You know, he's just every topic that he does.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle,
almost controversial.
Honestly, I rank him as the probably the best.
The best.
Best comedian.
I would say 11 out of 10.
Yeah,
Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Pretty crazy though.
Yeah.
What do you think about all this so far?
I mean, so far it really shows us the kind of the person Bill Cosby really was, and how he became to be that person. I mean, come on, dude. You had your success like overnight. Mm-hmm. I wish we could do something like that. Yeah. I wish we were that good. You know what I mean? As a podcast like channel. But no, not everyone has that talent. So you could see like what kind of influence he could have on people.
Yeah.
And it really is amazing that he was able to do all that. Come on, Warner Bros. That's big.
That's big. That's big.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, he was great in those terms.
Right.
So in 1965 to 1968, there releases I Spy, which was a hit series, hit TV series with a black actor as a starring role, and this broke racial barriers. Crazy,
for sure. I could see it.
Yeah,
I could see it.
You know, because his character was smart. He was charming.
Right.
He spoke different languages.
Right.
Very different for how black people were portrayed usually back then in media.
Right. I mean, obviously, back then, you would see almost as always like white leading actors being, you know, what he was.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a huge kind of step for black community.
And I'm pretty sure it was at this point he was actually fighting for a stunt double, a black stunt double. Did you hear about that?
No, I did not.
So before, when a black actor needed a stunt double, a white stuntman would basically put on blackface and do the stunt for them.
No way.
Yeah. For years, Hollywood got away with this.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And Bill Cosby fought for...
He was the one who basically changed that.
Yeah, he stood up for black stuntmen.
Yeah. Wow.
Crazy.
That's
crazy.
Amazing.
Like I said, broke racial barriers.
He definitely did. Wow.
Yeah. And then in 1972, there came Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. Did you know about that show?
I've heard of Fat Albert.
How'd I do?
But not so much. Not so much. Yeah.
It was a really good show. I mean, personally, I didn't really watch it, so it didn't really have that influence on me like you. But speaking from an outside perspective, it looked like a good show. You know, it was just another one of those shows that broke racial barriers.
Okay.
Back in the 1970s, you didn't really have shows like that.
Right. Okay, I see.
For sure, and it was a cartoon, so now the kids could watch it.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
So teaching them young.
For sure.
Yeah, and throughout the 70s, he has several movies, and he also appears on Sesame Street.
Oh, he did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Another kids show.
Okay,
Gotcha.
Yeah, he kind of definitely takes on that role of the father of America.
Father of America, that's right.
In 1984, there comes the Cosby Show.
Okay,
yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm familiar with it. But
big hit.
Yeah, for sure.
And for the most part, that is his career in entertainment.
Really?
On TV and stuff. For the most part.
Okay, for the most part.
Yeah. Then years pass by, and then in January 22, 2005, Andrea Constant files a police report.
That's when things start to escalate, I would assume.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, this is actually where it all begins with Andrea Constance. She's the first one to speak out. Bless her soul. Yeah, she is she's brave for what she did,
Definitely.
and she goes to Durham Regional Police,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where she alleges that Bill Cosby assaulted her in Montgomery, Pennsylvania, in January 2004. Yeah,
Good for her.
good for her.
Yeah, she
Good
was
for
really
her.
brave for that. Wow.
Yeah. Then, well, actually, this triggers a criminal investigation.
Right.
Yeah, so this is where it happens. The investigation
It
starts
starts
on
everything.
Mr. Bill Cosby.
Yep.
So, on February 10, 2005, Tamara Green comes forward with sexual assault allegations against Bill Cosby in the 70s. So, there's another person coming forward. February 17, 2005, public declaration that Bill Cosby will not be criminally prosecuted, apparently due to insufficient, credible, and admissible evidence.
Okay.
Well, I mean, think about it. There's not that many at this time,
Right.
but he's big,
Right.
and he's
right.
he's huge. Right now he's probably one of the biggest. Like there's that mural with him next to Obama. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen that. Yeah. Wait. No, I have not seen that. Where's that? Where's that mural at?
I'll show you. I'll
Okay,
show you.
show me later.
Yeah, and then we'll put it right here for you guys to see.
If you guys want to see it.
All right. So March 2005, failing to pursue a criminal trial, Constant versus Cosby becomes a civil trial.
Wow. Okay.
A civil trial.
Yeah.
And so records show depositions from 13 Jane Does. So there's 13 at this point.
At this point, there's 13 now, and it only started about the first month of that year, and 13 by the time it's March. Okay.
They all start coming forward.
Right.
Because they all have stories.
Yeah.
About
sure.
Mr. Bill Cosby.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Cosby sends payments to multiple women, hiding everything from his wife.
Wow, man! At this point, like his reputation is tarnished. His name is being dragged through the mud.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure this is not the end of it. It's only 13, and I heard from you it was 60.
60. Oh yeah.
Holy crap.
This is just the beginning.
Jesus.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this story kind of has a sour ending.
Yeah.
But let's continue. Well, actually, I'd like to ask you at this point: can you separate the art from the artist?
Okay. Now, I've asked this question before, but not about Bill Cosby, but about Hitler, because I'm not sure if you know. Hitler was a great artist. I'm not sure if you've seen his paintings and all that kind of stuff. He tried getting into an art school, and he didn't get accepted.
Yeah.
And everyone jokes around that that's why he did
why.
the whole regime. But
Wow.
at this point, I want to say the same thing that I said to my teacher back then, that I love Hitler's art. That doesn't mean that I love Hitler, right? That doesn't mean that I support his regime and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to those artworks, I would gladly hang those on my wall and say, Hitler made that.
Would you buy it?
Okay,
Would you buy it if you knew the money was going to his family or something?
okay. Yeah, that's a different kind of like question though, because we were talking about, can you separate the art from the artist, right? So no, I'm not supporting. I wouldn't say I would buy it, but if I were to find a Hitler painting,
You would hang it.
I would hang it on my wall. That's just how it is.
Okay, if you found it at like a garage sale.
okay. I mean, if it's a garage sale, I'll probably pay $5. But at the end of the day, I don't think that's his family selling those in the garage.
Hopefully not.
Right? I hope so. And yeah, it's really hard because, like you said, he had a big impact on America, right? As that showman, right? He was kind of like the master showman of America at the time, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, there are people who still listens to Elvis.
Yeah.
And you know Elvis history. If you guys don't want, or if you guys want us to see or make an Elvis episode, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, interesting case.
It is, but at the same time, like I said, Elvis is, people still listen to him.
That was also controversial because
right?
these people love him.
Yeah, and so where do we draw the line to like separating the artist from the art?
Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'll listen to Elvis, but I won't listen to R. Kelly.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Because allegedly, R. Kelly had like maybe like a cult going on. You know what I'm talking about?
Really?
So, yeah. If you guys want us to do that episode,
please comment down below because I want to.
That one's crazy. Yeah. Allegedly.
Wow. Okay, but okay, yeah. I see where you stand from where the art separates from the artist, but. Yeah.
As for Hitler, though, I don't know.
It's hard, right? It's a hard question to answer.
That's a very hard question.
You guys, can you separate the art from the artist?
Let us know what you guys think.
Yes. Because we would love to hear what you guys think. This is a very hard question to answer.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, there's a lot of things that we could incorporate into this. Like, what was that fast food that doesn't support LGBTQ or something like that?
I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Is it? They're closed on Sundays.
Oh, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Was it Chick-fil-A?
Well, Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays.
Right. But I think it was Chick-fil-A. Correct us if I'm wrong, or if we're wrong. But again, there's still people that goes to Chick-fil-A that I know that are gay. Right. So it's.
Right. Well, I mean,
yeah, it's hard, man.
It's a restaurant, though. You can't generalize. I mean, everybody in the restaurant. Right?
That's exactly right. So again, can you separate? Can you separate the food from the establishment, or what's going on here? It's the same question, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I mean, I'll enjoy a chicken sandwich from
right. Exactly. So there you go.
All right, let's continue.
Yes.
June 9, 2006, Beth Ferrier and Barbara Bowman both come forward as two of the 13 unnamed accusers. So they step forward into the public.
Two of the Jane Does are now named.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. November 8, 2006, Cosby settles his civil suit with Andrea Constant outside of court for $3 million.
$3 million?
$3 million, yep.
Wow. What do you think about that situation?
That is, it just goes to show what kind of stuff money and power can buy you. The fact that he can get away with this kind of thing.
And for $3 million, what do you think is going on? Like, if it wasn't that big of a deal, could have given them $20, right?
But it's got to be big for $3 million.
Real big. That's millions of dollars.
I mean, these aren't small accusations. Right? These are huge accusations. Like, nobody would want to be like caught. with these.
How guilty are you if you're already sending money to the accusers?
Right. Hush money. Allegedly.
Okay.
So after a while, allegations drift into obscurity until October 16, 2014, comedian Hannibal Buress.
This is when I got into the whole Bill Cosby case.
Oh, from this?
Is from Hannibal, because he's a great comedian. I love this dude, and
he speaks the truth.
He does. Okay, I was gonna go on a tangent about his joke with Jennifer Johansson, but
was it funny?
It's really funny.
Go ahead.
Never mind, bro. Anyways, but yeah, this is when I started following the whole thing. Freshman year, high school. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is kind of when you got into the case, in real time,
like what's going on? Even my one of the comedians that I love is talking about that guy.
Yeah. And so some fishy, some fishy,
man, fishy.
But yeah, on that day, October 16, 2014, comedian Hannibal Buress makes a joke about Bill Cosby's allegations on stage in Philadelphia, which is Cosby's hometown.
That's right.
That's right. We're about to play the video of his joke. Here you go.
A little sketchy.
Sketchy.
All right, let me take a break to puff real quick.
I'm thirsty. Oh, here we go. You good? So that was the joke, man. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But he tells it. He tells it like it is.
Yeah. No filter.
And he doesn't know this. He doesn't intend for it. But his joke actually goes viral.
Right. Right. Yeah. I saw.
Mm-hmm. That's when everybody finds out. Everybody starts paying attention to the case once again. Mm-hmm. Sparking another public outcry.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. So, November 2010. November 10, 2014. Mm-hmm. Cosby's public relations team devised a way to win the public favor back. And this is hilarious.
What they do.
So on Twitter, Cosby asks the public to meme him.
Oh no, that Twitter. You don't ask Twitter to meme you.
Yeah.
That's just...
Oh yeah. Because they think that people still have a good... image on Bill Cosby.
Let me guess.
He's the father of America,
Let me guess. It backfires.
It backfires.
Of course. That's Twitter.
Oh my god. Of course. Of course. Here, we'll put on screen a couple of the memes. This one says, she said I did what? How would she know? She was asleep.
It's so...
It's so dark.
I don't want to laugh at these.
I don't want to laugh at it either, but it's like...
But he asked for it.
He asked for it. He had it coming.
And I'm not laughing at the victims. It's...
Oh yeah, this is not to downplay the victims
this is
at
not
all.
to downside the victims. It's really to downside Bill Cosby because he really... asked for it. Look at this meme right here.
See what you get, Mr. Bill Cosby, when you asked for this? Wow. After doing all the things that you did, allegedly.
There's another one when the roofie's too weak and she wakes up, and his face is like,
"Oh my god, oh my god!"
All right,
let's
move on from that.
All right, moving on. November 15, 2014. Bill refuses to answer a question regarding his allegations during an interview on NPR's Weekend Edition.
Just like any other non-guilty person would.
Yeah, why would
you answer an interview if you're not guilty? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And it's just a simple question during an interview. I mean, he's probably promoting some whatever he's doing, right? And he gets asked this question. So in response, he stays silent and just shakes his head, refusing to answer. Which is very telling, Why would an innocent person stay quiet?
Exactly. That shit, I'd be talking my ass off. Like, hey, come here. I'm gonna tell you the story.
I'll tell you how it went down.
Yeah. Like,
exactly.
If I was innocent as hell, I'd be like, all right, gather around, kids.
Yep. So, in the following days, more allegations. Joanne Tarshis, Linda Joy Traits, Janice Dickinson, Teresa Serignes, and Carla Ferrigno. They all come forward with more and more allegations. Yeah. So Cosby's lawyers refer to the allegations as decades old and discredited.
What? There's no expiration to these, like we've always talked about. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What was it? Which case was that? There was like a expiration date on.
That's this case.
Oh, okay.
we're gonna talk about it, but the statute of limitations.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Yeah. There's no expiration dates to these, man.
Yeah. It sucks, but legally, there is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Cosby's lawyers... Oh, I just said that. In 2014, Bill actually was preparing for a new show on NBC to air.
Okay, I didn't hear about that. There's a new show that he was working on?
Well, there's a reason you didn't hear about it. It's because the allegations forced NBC to scrap the show.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
November 23, 2014, a former NBC employee discloses to the New York Daily News the tactics used by Bill Cosby to silence women. So this guy allegedly delivered hush payments on behalf of Bill to 8 women.
8 women.
8 women.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know how much he gave the 8 women?
We're going to go over the number that he gave in total to all these women.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Let's go to that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. But first, November 26, 2014, Cosby resigns from 2 academic positions. First, as the trustee at Temple University. Second, as the honorary co-chair for the University of Massachusetts.
Which is kind of like a smart move by him, that he resigned from it instead of it being taken away from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, leave on his own terms.
Instead of like getting fired, you'd rather quit.
Yeah, right? Before they find out.
So, I see what you're doing there, Bill. Oh, man. It's a real smart move. But you ain't slick, though. I caught on to that real quick.
You think you're smart, Bill.
You're smart, but ain't that smart?
All right. December 2nd, 2014, a new civil suit against Cosby.
Again.
Yeah, he is alleged to have performed a sex act in 1974 at the Playboy Mansion on Judy Hughes, who was only 15 years old at the time. Yeah, so for this, actually, Cosby responds with a countersuit claiming that he's being the target of an extortion campaign.
Okay, like they're saying they're just trying to get like some money.
Yeah,
out of
they're
him.
saying that he's trying to get money, and
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So in December 3, 2014, Cosby tweets for the first time in ages, thanking the celebrities who publicly defended him, including Whoopi Goldberg and Jill Scott. More recently, both celebrities have retracted their statements and now believe the victims.
They're like, nope, yep, he did
it. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I was surprised for a second because I couldn't like see Whoopi Goldberg like supporting Bill Cosby, especially with the kind of with the evidence that are like out now.
But it wasn't made public back then, the evidence that the public knows now.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, this was still in like 2014.
Right, okay.
And actually throughout 2015, countless women sit in front of the media and tell their stories. So there's a whole barrage of women throughout 2015. And in July 6, 2015, Cosby breaches the terms of an NDA while responding to new allegations.
Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal. Well, based on the terms of the NBA, there can be legal repercussions.
Right, but you shouldn't be breaking your NDA in any kind of way, though.
Absolutely not. Well, my gosh, this is where he really fucks up.
Yeah, this is a whole another case on its own. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So in response, Constant files a motion to have her deposition from 2005 unsealed.
Okay.
And so now we know what happened. The records from the 2005 lawsuit are revealed to the public, and it shows Cosby admitting to giving quaaludes to women with whom he wanted to have sex with.
The lewds.
The lewds.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's a nasty drug, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. You admitted to this.
Dude, really? Damn.
So now we know why there were NDAs involved.
Right.
Because there was a rich man admitting to giving quaaludes to women.
And he broke that NDA.
And he broke an NDA. So, Bill, that's on you.
Yeah, that's on you. You should be like jailed right away after that, right?
Yeah. Well, depending on the terms of the NDA.
Right. True. Okay, true.
Yeah. But there's more to the story. Let's move on. July 26, 2015. Both the Marquette and Fordham universities rescind their honorary degrees bestowed upon him. So Tufts University, Goucher College, and Amherst College followed. Wow. So he's getting a lot of these degrees and
you see
honoraries removed from his title.
You should have done the whole thing. Everybody, you should have resigned from Marquette, Fordham.
Well, these were the degrees.
Okay,
so like
that's right.
They're taking his diplomas.
Yeah,
over there,
that's not
much.
the awards that was like bestowed upon him by the universities.
Yeah.
That's tough, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. You know what? I did not know that they could take those away.
Me neither.
Like, imagine going to school for like 8 years, and then they're like, you know what?
Nah.
There's too many of y'all already.
Take it back.
Let me take it back. Here's the refund of your money. That's pretty insane.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah. Wow. Like I got the in medical field they could take your license away, but I didn't know they could take like
degrees, like
a
certificate or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
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 It's shocking. Bro.
Shocking. My God.
Jesus.
December 14, 2015. 7 of Cosby's accusers received countersuits claiming defamation against him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. By the end of 2015, over 50 women had come forward to recount their ordeals.
Wow.
50 women.
50.
Yeah, it's a big number, Bill.
You done goofed, Bill.
Like, when 50 women are accusing you, that's a big number. Like,
that's gotta be true, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no way, like, 50 women are just gonna make up a story about you and just, you know.
Right. December 30, 2015. Bill Cosby is charged with drugging and sexually assaulting Constant in 2004. Cosby remained silent on a plea, also free on a $1 million bail.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So this is during the court trial, but yeah, he's free on a $1 million bail.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show what kind of stuff money can buy you.
Right, exactly. I mean, that $1 million bail, it's probably nothing to him.
Mm-hmm.
Over the years, he's probably accumulated a lot of millions of dollars from his fans and sponsors and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even if he's giving away hush money, I'm pretty sure he still had
Pretty
a
sure
lot
he's loaded.
for him. Yeah.
Pretty sure he's still getting paid for his stuff.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there's people that still watch his shows.
Mm-hmm.
Still, he's getting paid ad money or whatever.
Right.
And this Bill Cosby is still very powerful.
Yeah.
Very powerful man.
Wow. Crazy, man. Crazy.
So, May 24, 2016, Cosby fails to nullify the case with objections, and he takes a stand of a not guilty plea.
Wow.
So the trial moves forward. And many of his accusers during the trial were prevented from having their cases ever considered for prosecution by the DA in Colorado.
What?
And this is because of the statute of limitations.
That's what you were talking about earlier.
This is it.
Wow.
The statute of limitations.
Jeez.
Basically, it's too late for a criminal prosecution. That's what that is. But, it's really fucked up.
Yeah, that really is messed up. Because, I mean, your trauma lives on forever.
Yeah. These women have to live with it for the rest of their lives.
Exactly. So, wow.
So yeah, it's just not fair what happens.
Right.
These laws seem to be made to help the
the rich.
the persecutor or the rich, most deaf. Not cool. All right, so Gloria Alfred, attorney. She's the attorney representing more than 30 of the accusers. And together, they were able to extend the statute of limitations in the state of Colorado to 20 years for criminal prosecution of rape.
Wow.
So,
I mean, that's better than what they had, but I mean, there shouldn't be any limitations to this.
It's kind of amazing that they were able to do that,
right?
though, because it's really hard for anybody to do something like that.
For sure. That's a big step, especially for the women community, you know.
Yeah, and so a lot of these women were able to have their stuff considered because of this.
Yeah.
So, in July 18, 2016, Cosby is reported to be suffering from keratinosis, which is a degenerative eye condition, leaving Bill completely blind.
Like both eyes?
Both eyes. He's completely blind at this point.
Okay.
And a lot of critics, they kind of saw this as a sympathy tactic.
Right.
You know,
I would.
Because he's in court right now, you know? It's like,
right.
all of a sudden
it's still
blind.
going on,
Yeah. Then, in September 9, 2016, Cosby's defense puts forward the notion that he's a target of racial discrimination. Seems like they're on their last leg at this point.
At this point, they're grabbing at straws now and really is trying to play every card that they can, for sure. For sure. June 5, 2017 is the first day of the trial that will decide Bill Cosby's future. Yeah. Then, on June 17, 2017, 52 hours of deliberation between the jury ends in a mistrial. Really?
Yeah. The jury is deadlocked. It's a mistrial.
So it's just nothing.
It's all for naught.
Wow.
It's horrible what happened. Yeah. In January 26, 2018, accusations of prosecutorial misconduct filed by Cosby's attorney for withholding and destroying the evidence of that could have aided in Cosby's defense. Wow. Okay.
They're really doing whatever, man. They're really doing it.
Man. So the evidence in question was an interview with a woman who was claiming Constant had told her that she had not actually been sexually assaulted, and instead she was looking to get money. So the district attorney Kevin Steele, he actually calls these accusations false, demonstrably false, claiming that Cosby's defense was already aware of this interview prior to the first trial. So they should have known about this interview.
Right.
And first of all, it's about a woman claiming that Constant said this.
Right,
it would be different if it was Constant herself.
Right, exactly, yeah.
So, which is why I say this is total BS.
Yeah, this is definitely shady.
All right, so April 2nd, 2018, the second trial of Constant versus Cosby begins, and Cosby denies all charges, stating that the encounters were consensual.
Was it though, Bill? Was it?
How can it can be consensual if she was, unconscious? That doesn't really make any sense, Bill.
Bill, make it make sense, Bill. Make it make sense.
It's hard to give consent when you're knocked out, dude. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Knocked out, really cool, Bill.
Not cool, man.
Allegedly. During proceedings, the amount of hush money was disclosed by the prosecution. Here it is, $3.38 million.
God damn. 3 million of those went to Constant.
Oh, I don't know about Constant personally, but this was like in total to.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, it did say that he did give a $3 million hush money.
Oh, that's right.
Constant, right.
That's right. That's right. We already went over that.
Yeah, so only basically 0.38 went to the rest.
I see.
Why is that?
Well, I guess Constant had the biggest
threat,
maybe most compelling story.
I see.
Well, who knows? Allegedly. So, this leads to the Academy of Motion Pictures and Sciences to expelling Bill Cosby.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do?
I mean, we can't have a person like that
Most definitely not.
in, Hollywood and stuff.
See what happened to Johnny Depp, bro? He's just getting back on his feet right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just one girl. Imagine 60. Jesus.
Whoa. I feel like that's really different.
I know, but I mean, it's the accusation that I'm talking about. Is that whatever, if when the people starts thinking that you are that person, even though you're not, you have to go.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what happened to him.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I'm not saying that Bill Cosby is innocent. He's definitely not Johnny Depp.
And you're not saying Johnny Depp is guilty.
I'm not saying Johnny Depp was guilty. Johnny Depp is that's my boy, bro.
Yeah, he's innocent for sure.
Amber Heard, get out of here. You lucky I can't swear.
Keeping this a clean podcast for our viewers.
Just like
Mr. Trill Cosby. All right, so December 10, 2009, Cosby's counsel.
2019.
Okay, scratch that. December 10, 2019, Cosby's counsel's appeal gets rejected, but they plan to appeal to the Supreme Court instead.
Okay.
Yeah. So, June 23, 2020, Pennsylvania Supreme Court agrees to hear Cosby's legal appeal. So, finally, his appeal is being heard. Here we go. There we go. Oh, I think we skipped a part. Did I say April 26, 2018?
No.
Okay. That was the most important part. All right. Maybe we should take it back a little bit. All right. April 26, 2018. This is it. Jury comes to a verdict. And Bill Cosby is found guilty on 3 felony counts of aggravated sexual assault.
Good.
And yeah, that's what happens. He's finally convicted. Finally, got this guy
at this point. Yeah.
September 24, 2018, Cosby arrives in court to hear his sentencing, which is 3 to 10 years in prison.
Nice. I mean, do you think it's enough? I don't know.
Well, he also has to register as a sexually violent predator.
But that's the thing, though. I feel like anybody could be a sexually violent predator because of the fact that you could be a sexual offender just by having sex in the car. In public.
Well, I mean, you can also get that for peeing at a playground.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I don't know about peeing at a playground.
You can for whipping it out in a playground.
Yeah, I know, but that's kind of like, you're in a playground, bro. You shouldn't be doing that, right? But it, like, back then, I would hear like stories about our uncles and aunties, like, in their cars, getting on and whatnot, or at a, what's that called, at a drive-in and whatnot, right? And
a drive-in. I was thinking drive-through.
No, drive-in. The movies, basically, where you're in the car, okay? And now if you do that, you could be a sexually violent predator, or a sexual predator, listed as. Yeah. So yeah. I can't really see that as a punishment.
I mean, it's still a pretty bad punishment. Anybody with that on their record.
Bro, if I see that on any of y'all records, bro,
you know what I mean?
That's a red flag. But either way, on the 60 women that came through, right? I don't think 3 to 10 years is enough.
Oh, I actually wholeheartedly agree with that.
Yeah.
60 women.
Yeah, and
60 women.
And yeah, on top of that, the registering as a sexually violent predator, you could have just added another maybe 15 years and not register him as a sexually predator, I would have been okay with that.
I mean, he's still got to register, bro. He's a predator no matter what.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, if we're choosing here, I would have rather gotten a life, on this guy and not sexually violent predator registered.
Oh, well, I mean, hopefully he did. Hopefully he did register, and now it's on his record.
He did. I'm pretty sure
and,
he did.
I mean, as a person who with money, it probably won't really affect him. But if he was poor and he had to get a job, or he had to go to school,
right? That's what
or
I'm
he
saying.
Or he had to apply for a loan.
Yeah,
that shit appears.
Yeah,
you see that stuff.
That's what I'm saying. But he has no problem with that.
Yeah,
like with the money that he has in his pockets, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's nothing.
It's crazy.
Wow. Anyways, I mean, yeah, that's my opinion on that one.
Yeah, but he's a rich man, big man, rich man,
powerful man.
But let's continue. December 10, 2019. I already said this. I think I already said this.
No, just repeat it because we did that before the thing.
You're right. Well, I might as well say this too. At this point, the Academy of Motion Pictures and Sciences moves to expel Bill Cosby because of
Makes sense.
He's
Makes
convicted,
sense. Yeah,
and he's been sentenced.
that's right.
That's right. And then, December 10, 2019, Cosby's counsel appeals. Their appeal gets rejected, but then they plan to appeal to the Supreme Court instead.
Mm-hmm.
June 23, 2020, Pennsylvania Supreme Court agrees to finally hear Cosby's legal appeal.
Okay.
So finally, it's about to get heard. Then, December 1st, 2020, Cosby's defense argues that the trial should not have come about in the first place, citing a non-prosecution deal with the former Montgomery County District Attorney, Bruce Castor Jr. So, this was a deal that was undisclosed to Constant and her team, and it was also never put into writing.
Okay, so there's no record of it whatsoever.
I don't know. Well, there is not a written record.
Right, that's what I meant. There's no written records, not on paper.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense. Why it should still count?
Exactly.
Like this stuff should be in writing. It should have signatures.
Yeah.
It should have a stamp.
These are important stuff.
Yeah.
Like this is not like a math homework that you can just redo all over again. No.
Yeah, I take my math homework very seriously.
What's wrong with you, man? Come on. Oh my god. Oh, wow.
But yeah, it's like it's just not fair.
It's not. This is a hearsay.
Mm-hmm.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
It's kind of BS. Kind of BS.
Not kind of, man. It is. It is.
Okay, it's total BS. This should not have happened, and I'll tell you why. Because of that NDA he broke.
Exactly, bro.
There should be repercussions.
Exactly.
So he should have been prosecuted.
For real.
He should have for sure been prosecuted.
For sure.
Man. Allegedly. So because also the deal was never put into writing. That is so infuriating.
Yeah, that is. Oh my god,
Like-
I can't.
Like if you can honor a deal that was never put into writing, you can BS a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
So, unfortunately, this leads to June 30, 2021, which was 2.5 years into his 3 to 10 year sentence. His 2018 conviction gets overturned, Mr. Trill Cosby. According to due process, the deal should have prevented Cosby from being charged in the first place. That's what they say. The agreement between Cosby and Castor in 2005 must be upheld. That's what they say. The decision wasn't based on a matter of guilt or innocence, but a matter of principle of fairness. So they say.
Bruh, nah, that's not even the principle of fairness, bro. Because this is not fair to those victims. Y'all there's a whole new, what is that, judge that was doing the whole case, right? So it shouldn't have mattered what he said. And plus, it wasn't on writing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just be like, oh yeah, you know what?
We're good.
I said that. Don't worry about it,
And it happened in 2005.
Right. This is freaking 15 years ago. Is there no statute of limitation with that? Tell me.
Ooh, got him.
Jesus, y'all fucking dumbasses. Sorry.
It's all right. Thus, the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania orders the release of Mr. Trill Cosby.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
The Supreme Court did not reject... Oh, wait, hold on. All right, so let's get this thing straight. The Supreme Court did not reject the 60 accusations made against Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
They did not reject the 5 testimonies in Cosby's criminal trial.
Mm-hmm.
And they did not reject the decision of the jury to find Cosby guilty.
Mm-hmm.
He was still found guilty.
Okay.
They just overturned it, saying that he shouldn't have been charged. Because the Montgomery DA told him he was good. And that's it. It wasn't even put into writing again.
Come on, man. And you didn't even serve the full minimum of your sentence.
Yeah.
Cosby.
Not even the minimum.
You did 2.5 and you was out. Like, dude, I hope you had the worst 2.5 years in there. But knowing the whole situation, you probably didn't.
He probably didn't. He
you know
probably
what
had
I mean?
a grand
like,
time.
It's like I'm just praying that everything worst thing possible happened throughout this whole time. It's just kind of like to make myself feel better. Basically, is that I hope that happened to him because 2.5 years is not enough.
Yeah.
And yeah. That whole thing was bullshit, dude. With him and Castor back in 2005.
Yeah.
Total bullshit.
It's just so not fair to all the women who have to suffer
it really is
and
not.
live their lives with this trauma.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
yeah.
Damn.
So, what do you guys think about Bill Cosby? Do you think he got what he deserved? And can you still watch him? What about you, Jen? Can you still watch Bill Cosby?
No, I can't even watch Little Bill anymore because of this. But
yeah,
I used to like that show.
This whole thing leaves a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah, man. I mean, Father of America. That's
right.
one of your influences. That's I can't imagine.
It sucks.
Wow.
It sucks when somebody with great talent turns out to be one of the worst people you've ever heard of.
Yeah, it's heavy.
It's really heavy.
For sure.
All right, so that is the case of Bill Cosby.
That's right.
Thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it.
That's right. And if you like today's episode, please let us know what you think in the comments below. Also, leave us a like, subscribe, and click that notification bell button so that you know when we're uploading our videos on a weekly basis.
That's right.
With that being said, once again, my name is Jan.
And my name is Glenn, and we'd like to welcome you guys to the Night Parade.